Okay, so this is going to be a quick guide on installing New Vegas multiplayer. This isn't going to be directed at people with a lot of experience. It's mostly for people that are somewhat new to modding or entirely just this is their first experience in modding in general, and they decided this is going to be it. So what's going to happen is you're going to go and Google New Vegas multiplayer, which MVMP is the acronym. You're going to go here. You're going to click the Discord. It's going to take you to the Discord. I'm already in the Discord, but, you know, make sure you join the Discord. And then what's going to happen is you're going to go back, if it takes you away. And you're going to hit install MVMP, and that's going to bring you to this page, okay? So what you're going to want to do is it's going to give you some preliminaries, right? The requirements: you need New Vegas, all the DLC. No Epic Games version, please. Do not come into the support and ask about Epic Games. Epic Games, no, it sucks. It's big dookie balls. It sucks balls. Do not use Epic Games. Ironically, you need an Epic Games account. So if you did get it for free on Epic Games, you're already kind of ahead on that. So, and you're also, like I said, gonna have to join the Discord. So things to avoid: mod managers. Do not install this with Vortex. Do not install this with Mod Organizer. It is, for some reason that I don't know and I don't really care, it is just not recommended. And any mods you install on top, which I'll get into at the end of the video, any mods you install on top of it also do not install with a Mod Organizer. Or any of those mod managers. My assumption is it's something to do with how it's virtual files, but again, I don't know, and I don't care. I'm just doing what they say, and it's worked out for me really well so far. Yeah, it's just talking about mods. I'll get into that at the end of the video if y'all want to do that. I'll put a timestamp or a chapter in the video or something like that. These are other things to note. I'm not going to go over that right now. Besides, you should save as often as you remember to save, because if you do not, you will soft lock yourself, or you will do something stupid, or you will crash, or the server will restart, or something, and then you'll be bitching about how you lost 7 hours of progress, and it's going to be your fault. So make sure you quick save as often as possible, and then I'll go over questing stuff again later, because this is involved in questing too, but I'll go over all that at the end of the video so that I don't take up too much time. So these 4 things: 7-zip. Usually everyone has 7-zip or some kind of zip extractor. It recommends 7-zip, but I don't see why you couldn't use a separate zip extractor. But if you don't have one, get 7-zip. You probably already have it and don't realize it. The Microsoft Visual C++. I already have this, but it's as easy as what it's saying. It's going to download it for you, or you go here, and then you're going to, click the one that is for you, or the latest one. You're going to download it, whatever. It's going to download. You're going to open it, or open its file location. You're going to extract it if you want to. Usually that's a good idea. So with 7-zip, you extract files, and you hit OK, and then it makes another folder, and then you hit install all bat. I've already done that, so I'm not going to do it. Go back, and then you're going to do the same thing with the Net Framework. You might already have this installed, depending on what else you've done if you have modded games before. If you don't know, then just install it anyway. I already have it. It's by Microsoft. It's extremely easy to do. It's, just a normal installer. So this is where people get hung up, it seems. I recommend doing what's called a dual install if you already have New Vegas installed. If you don't, then you can skip this whole part right here. But what a dual install is let me go migrate over to my modding my games. What it allows is I have 3 installs of New Vegas. This one is my New Vegas multiplayer one that I already play on, but I made a new one for the sake of the video. And then this is and then I didn't mean to do that. And then this is my old single player one. And so I recommend doing a dual install if you have a super modded, playthrough that you don't want to lose. But if you don't care about that, then what you can do is delete the New Vegas folder outright, right? Just right click and hit delete, and then go here, and you're going to go to New Vegas, and you're going to right click it, and you're going to go into installed files and hit verify integrity of game files. What this is going to do is it's going to check your folder. It's going to see what you're missing, and then it's going to reacquire those files. If you're starting with no installation of New Vegas, then it's super easy. You just go to either wherever you got it from, either Steam or GOG. This does work for GOG. But whichever place you got your game, you can just install it brand new, and then you have a clean install and you don't have to worry about anything. You will see some people recommending going to your My Games folder and either outright deleting this folder, the New Vegas one, or deleting everything inside of it. I haven't done that personally because I don't really see it as necessary for me, and I know what I'm doing. But if you don't, and you do have New Vegas installed already, you should probably delete this folder. If you care about your saves for some reason, you can back those up somewhere else. But yeah, that's sometimes recommended for people. I personally didn't do it because I know what I'm doing and I don't care. So what you're going to do from there is whenever you have New Vegas installed, you're going to, install it, and then you're going to go to wherever you installed it from. This seems to be another hard thing for people new to modding. So an easy way to find your installation, if you don't know, is to go to Properties, and then you go to Installed Files, and it's going to say Browse, right? Size of installation, Browse. It's going to take you directly to the root folder of the game itself, right? This is where you're going to be installing everything that I'm going to be talking about in a minute. So we're going to go here. This is your New Vegas root folder. You're going to want to launch the game one time via the launcher. Oops, sorry. You want to do that on Steam. My bad. You're going to hit play. You're going to hit play. It's going to take you into New Vegas. You're going to just, keep mouse clicking until you're already at the main menu. You're going to quit. Right, and so that's just some preliminary stuff. You need to do that anytime you do a refresh install of New Vegas for mods, so it's really good to keep in mind because people forget that and then they get all, flustered whenever shit doesn't work. So now you have a new install of New Vegas. You've ran it once. Run it once, please. Run it once. You've ran it once, and now what you need to do is you need to come back here, and you're going to blah, blah, blah. Yep, this is just saying the same thing I already told you. You're going to install 3 mods. It's going to be the 4 GB patcher, right? This is going to take you to the Nexus, so you will need an account to download it. You're going to download it. You're going to open it. You're going to go back to your root folder, right? And like I said, an easy way to get to your root folder is to go to your Steam library, right-click it, and hit Installed Files, and then hit Browse, right? This is, again, going to bring you to your root folder, okay? So with that information, I'm going to assume you know how to get to your root folder from now on, so I'm not bouncing between files. You're going to open the 4 GB patch that you downloaded. Usually that's going to your downloads folder right here. You're going to open it. You're going to put it right here. You don't have to extract it at the moment. Oh, sorry. You don't have to extract it at the moment, but you're going to bring it up, and you're just going to drag it in here. You're going to run it as an administrator, right? It's going to say, do you want to do that? You just hit yes. And then it's going to say Fallout New Vegas.exe patched. Hit continue. And you're done with that, right? You're going to go back to the essential mod that they asked for, which is New Vegas Script Extender. This is the 6.2.4 version. And then you're also going to download NVAC, which is another Nexus mod that is a plugin for New Vegas Script Extender. So, with these, you're going to go back to your root folder. You're going to also pull up your downloads folder. You're going to put them side by side. Oops, sorry. You're going to put them side by side, and you're going to open New Vegas Script Extender. Okay, you're going to open the 7-zip file or your zip file for New Vegas Script Extender. It's going to be NVSE 6247, right? Or .7-zip. You're going to highlight it all, drag it into the root folder. Right? Not the data folder. You're going to drag it into the root folder that you get from Steam, and then installed files, and then browse those installed files. After that, you're going to close this. You're going to go to New Vegas Anti-Crash. You're going to open it, and what you're going to do is you're going to navigate to your data folder right here. Okay, so this is in your New Vegas root folder, and then go into the data subfolder. You're going to double-click that. There's going to be this file called NVSE, right? You're going to just drag this file into your data folder. NVAC right here, that means it's installed. What you're going to do now is go back to your root folder, right? So back into the file you get from Steam, installed files, browse installed files. And come back here. You're going to go down. These are optional graphical mods. Blah, blah, blah. You don't need to do any of these. I'll go over these again later. And you're going to come back to the getting started page, right? So you're going to set up the load order. What that means is you're going to download this, which is loot. Loot is a load order organizing tool, I think is what the acronym means. And you're just going to download this. This is the 7-zip version. And you're going to extract it to your downloads folder. And what that's going to do is, let me open my downloads folder, is it's going to create a new folder called loot, right? This is an unzipped folder, so it's clean to use. And you're going to run it. And you're going to pick the game that you're managing, right? Which is these ones right here. And you're going to blah, 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 fix ambiguous load order. So you're going to go to game. You're going to fix. Mine doesn't highlight that, so I'm not going to do it. You're going to ensure that New Vegas is at the top. And it goes in descending order. Dead Money, Honest Hearts, Old World Blues, Lonesome Road. That's how the chronological release of them was. And you're going to, you can hit sort if you want. It'll fix it a little bit better. And they're going to hit apply sorted load order, right? So an issue that people seem to come up with is whenever they skip this step and then their game, they hit the launcher and then it doesn't run because your load order is different than the game, than the multiplayer servers. So you need to make sure you just sort the plugins so that it's in this order right here. Just like that. And then you can close out of this. It's good. You're going to be installing the New Vegas multiplayer part of the mod. So there is an automatic installer. I don't like it. It didn't work for me. You're going to hit manage manual. You're going to hit build release right here. You're going to X back. And then you're going to open it. And you're literally going to do like you did with NVSE, and you're just going to highlight it and drag it. It is literally that easy, right? And then what you're going to do is you're going to hit the launcher. You're going to run as administrator if you really want to. I don't think you need to, though. It's going to ask you if you want to run it because it's, you know, no publisher or whatever. You're going to run it. I have already authenticated with Epic Games before, so it already knows who I am. But what's going to come up is it's going to ask you to sign in with Epic Games in order to play. And then you're also going to have to connect your Discord to Epic Games in order to play, so that you're authenticated on the server, right? So I'm pretty sure that's pretty. Oh yeah, okay. You're going to hit the launcher. It's going to authenticate whenever you sign in, and you're going to hit repair. It's going to restart. And then you're going to hit validate Steam integrity. It's going to re-download some stuff probably. Okay, so it just finished validating my files for me right here. So what you're going to do now, and what you're going to do now is you're going to, at this point, you should have connected your Discord, and you should have connected Epic Games. So what you can do now, if you have done those two things, is you can just hit this. It's going to install, or ask you if you wish to install these, which you have to. You're going to hit install all and join. So it's going to download them. That can, you know, vary from, you know, internet speed to internet speed, so it's not always going to be very fast. And what these are just resources that the server uses, or it's you know, the ESPs and BSAs that the server needs in order to use all the content that they've made for it, right? So then after you hit install and join and download everything, it's going to automatically connect to the server. And you can't see it because I have my face cam up there. But whenever it connects, it's going to have your ping in the top left. It's up in the top left up here. Yeah, up here. And then it's going to have, you know, your voice chat, blah, blah, blah. And then from here, all you have to do is hit new and then create a character. That's literally it. Okay. It reset the thing. So it thinks I don't have the 4 GB patch. Yeah, okay. If that happens where it says 4 GB memory not detected, just rerun the patch that you installed. Yeah, just rerun Fallout New Vegas patch.exe, and then you can rejoin the server. And it should realize that you have that installed. I think what happens is whenever you validate the files, it replaces the patched exe with a non-patched one, which is why that can happen. I've seen that in the Discord a lot. People are wondering why they have no 4 GB patch, or the game yells at them for not having one. And that's because whenever they validated, they didn't repatch the game. And to be fair, the guide doesn't tell you that. So, yeah, and then you just hit new, and then you're good to go. So I think that's going to be it for the installation guide part. What I'm going to go over just real quick, if you care, is mods to add to the game. So if you go up to here, there are some essential mods that you need to get that we already went over, right? MVSE, NVAC, and the patcher. But one thing to keep in mind whenever you want to add more mods to this is that they cannot have an ESP, which is a plugin, right? That's a data plugin that you activate that adds content. And they cannot have, or some of them can, but you should probably ask about them first, are DLLs. So certain NVSE plugins, like New Vegas Tick Fix is a really popular one, those will not be compatible as far as I understand, because the server admins just haven't whitelisted them as to work or something along those lines. Either way, just stay away from them. So what does work, though, are texture replacers. For the most part, modern texture replacers are mostly, they require an ESP because they use some kind of scripting or some kind of mesh replacer to avoid compatibility issues. But if you look at stuff like NMCs is a really popular one. It's been around forever. This one is a good one because it doesn't have any ESPs, and it's just pure texture and maybe mesh replacers. I don't think so. But basically, a good rule of thumb, if it has an ESP, it's not compatible. If it has a DLL and it wasn't listed in this mod list, it is not compatible. But this is usually a pretty good list of stuff that is compatible. That's why it's here. And just one thing you need to keep in mind is that the game is already sometimes unstable, especially on older systems. So adding more crap on top of that can make the game less stable and make your frames even worse, which isn't any fun for specifically you, and it's your problem. So you know, use your own discretion, but if your game starts crashing because you installed a bunch of, 4K texture mods, don't go into the support channel and whine about it, because that's your fault. And now another thing I'm going to go over real quick is quests and what we were talking about earlier with the saves, right? So a good example that I went through was doing Still in the Dark, which is it's the Brotherhood of Steel main quest line. There are a couple caveats that you have to keep in mind whenever you do that quest line specifically, but it applies to a lot of them. For that quest line, there are 2 paths. There's the McNamara path and the Hardened path. The Hardened path in this mod, as of November 25th, 2023, does not work. So do not do it if you want to get power armor training. It does not work. The McNamara path works, but some things that you have to keep in mind for that quest and for all quests in general is that you need to save after each quest stage. And I mean a hard save. So typically in the game you will be doing an F5 save, right? Which is a quick save. And that's usually good enough for just general gameplay, if you're moving around and you don't want to, if you die, you can go back to where you were. But a hard save is whenever you pause the game, go to the save menu, and save the game. I recommend not overwriting saves in a hard save, just because you never, that can be kind of finicky if you need to revise a save later. But yeah, so you need to make sure that you are hard saving after each major quest stage, so that if that does happen, you can do the proper steps to rectify whatever bugs are occurring in your save. That's something you can ask about in the Discord. It's really easy. It's just one step for revising a save. It's not hard at all. and you will have to do it a couple times. So after, I think with that, that's gonna be it. You found it helpful. I appreciate it. You know, I'm glad I could maybe help you out. If I talked too fast or clicked around too much, I apologize. But there's always rewinding the video. So if it's helpful, then just let me know in the Discord, or leave a like or whatever, or don't. Not a big deal. And yeah, thanks for watching.
What just happened, dude? That is, dude, I was expecting like maybe a
Whoa!